ถามเลยว่าข้างหน้าจะสวยอะไรไงไม่ได้ชอบว่า
ป้าอาจจะเปิดเสียงเฉพาะตอนคุณทิมพูดนะคะ ตอนท่านอื่นพูดป้าจะปิดเสียงนะคะ
So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for coming. My name is Al. I'm a PhD candidate here in anthropology and environment, and it's my pleasure to welcome to EO. It's first time in New Haven, and I'm really excited that we're getting a chance to interact firsthand with such a high-profile figure. And so, to introduce him, I will introduce our moderator today, which is Professor Eric Harms, who's the chair of the Council of Southeast Asian Studies. He is also a professor of anthropology here and also a wonderful advisor at UNC. So I'm delighted to introduce, and welcome Professor Harms to then introduce our esteemed guest. Thank you.
Thank you, Al. I just want to take a moment and thank Al for all the work organizing this, and also Hidden in the Council on Southeast Asian Studies, and also to the Jackson School for allowing us to hold it in this beautiful room. So today I'm very pleased to introduce Pita Limjaro Ranrat, who led the Move Forward Party in Thailand's May 2023 general election. His social democratic platform won the most votes and seats in the parliament in that year. Under normal circumstances, with such a clear mandate from Thai voters, he would have become Prime Minister of Thailand. However, the military-appointed Senate refused to approve him as PM, and a coalition of conservative parties used random institutional mechanisms to prevent the Move Forward Party from forming a government. Later, on August 7th, 2024, the Constitutional Court banned the Move Forward Party leadership from running for office for 10 years, based on the highly questionable assertion that the MFP's attempts to reform Article 112 of the Thai Criminal Code, or the lèse majesté law, were an attempt to overthrow the country's constitutional monarchy.
ป้าอายคนที่ป้ายังสวมหมวกอยู่อะเพราะว่าป้าปิดหมวก
policies and his visions for the future of Thailand, and for democracy in the world in general. Currently, Pita is a visiting senior fellow at Harvard Kennedy School. He holds a joint MPA from Harvard Kennedy and MIT Sloan, and has been named on the Time 100 Next list. Today, Pita continues to champion transparent and equitable government on a global scale. So please join me in welcoming Pita. The format that we'll have today is I'll start moderating with a few questions. I have a few questions of my own and some questions that we've received in advance from some of the people who registered for today's events. We'll go through a few of those questions for maybe 15 or 25 minutes. Then after that, we'll open the floor to in-person questions for the rest of the 20 minutes. We do need to finish precisely at the end of the hour for other obligations, so we'll try to keep to time. And I'm sure we won't get to all our questions, but I'm really looking forward to today's conversation. So I'll start with a kind of basic question. Perhaps you could share more about yourself and walk us through what happened in the elections in Thailand in 2023.
Okay,
let me begin by saying that I'm a rugby fan, I'm a football fan. So I'm not your rival. I grew up in New Zealand, so All Blacks is the game that we pass the ball backwards, so that Harvard-Yale rivalry is out of the door. But hopefully Yale welcomes me when I get back here. The reason why I'm here is because I'm interested in what I can learn from Yale, especially on the environmental side. In Thailand, we are very prone to climate crisis, maybe top 4, top 5. And I've been reading a lot of work from this institute as well as the environmental schools. So that's what brought me here in Yale. Finally time to get out of Cambridge and enjoy this wonderful weather of New Haven. Back to the real substance in the sense that what happened during the election. So I was a designated survivor of the first party that was dissolved 4 years before. Our movement currently is the party 3.0 already. I'm the party leader 2.0, and there was party 1.0, which was called Future Forward Party that got dissolved, and those executive leaders were banned also, and they're in their 5th year ban now. So during that time, February 21st, that was when the first party got dissolved. So I became the designated survivor, the story of my life, because I was on the party list number 4, and then number 1 and number 2 got banned. So I had to take the leadership position and became the rookie leader of Party 2.0, which is the Move Forward Party. We took it through storm during the COVID crisis, during the protests, during a lot of economic stagnation in Thailand, and managed to, against all odds, won the election. 141 out of 500, and formed a coalition of 312 with 7 other parties. Went into the National Assembly. In Thailand, the constitution was drafted by the military that in order for you to become the prime minister, you need a simple majority of lower house and upper house. Lower house, I told you 500. I got 312 coalition. But the upper house is 250, and it was appointed directly and indirectly by the military movement. So I did not make that number of 376, because we're here at Yale, 500 add by 250, that's 350. Simple majority is 376. I got 324 or something like that. And the reason was that quorum, the senators did not show up. 250 senators, only 200 show up, 50 did not show up. So I failed the first bid. And then I remember citing Kevin McCarthy out of all the people in the state's politics, because Kevin McCarthy, when he was trying to get to become the House Speaker, it took him 15 times. If my American friends here remember, so I remember citing it in the news that I probably have the 2nd round, or the 3rd round, or the 4th round, and I have my strategy in order to get more upper house votes, and then return back to the lower house. Make sure I got that 376, maybe in the 3rd round or the 4th round. But on the 2nd round of going again and trying to get more votes from the upper house, there comes the Constitutional Court order to tell me that I'm suspended. So I had to walk out of the parliament about 15 minutes before the Prime Minister's election for the 2nd time. So I had only one chance when Kevin McCarthy acted. So I was suspended for 6 months, went to court, won that case, 8-1. So I returned to the parliament as an opposition, because that case that was slapped against me, well, it was about a defunct media share company that my father owned. So that undue suspension, I won. So I returned to the member of parliament for about 3 or 4 months, and then that's when the Constitutional Court came with the 2nd one, not about me personally anymore, but about that attempted amendment of a criminal code, where what we wanted to do is to Party 2.0, and then for 10 years. So I have 9 more years to burn. and that's when I spend a lot of time doing two things. First is to share. Second is to learn. So that's why back in Cambridge I have my office hours. I help professors teach how to run for public office, corruption in Southeast Asia, social welfare. So all the classes that they wanted me to teach, I just go and help them teach. And then try to groom the next generation leaders. That's why Harvard yesterday, Yale today, Cornell tomorrow, Stanford later on, Tokyo University, Korea. Try to groom next gen leaders if they want to run for political office, whether they're from Thailand, Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Vietnam and Myanmar also come along, probably not to run for public office, but they also come along. That's how I
ดูคลิปจบแล้วอย่าลืมกดไลค์ กดแชร์ กดติดตาม กดกระดิ่งให้ด้วยนะครับ